he just said, like, if you cut it with Scott now, then we'll go exclusive. Get that you guys don't know all this stuff, I've got loads. Not from my side, I'm cool, but yeah. Hi, I'm Abby, and I'm playing Spy in the Villa with Digital Spy. Was there anything from your time on the show that you wished viewers had seen? So yes, there is lots of stuff that I wish the viewers had seen that I'm pretty sure wasn't shown. I haven't actually watched the show back, so I don't know like 100% what was shown, what wasn't shown, but I am aware that like basically the whole time me and Mitch were getting to know each other, none of those conversations are really sort of shown, like where he was saying that he wanted to take me on holiday, like that we were going to live together, like all of this sort of stuff. Like he was telling me exactly what I wanted to hear, and it just made me feel like I fall so easily, like I get tricked. So I just fell for him so quick. And there was times, there was one conversation where Mitch told me if I got dumped, he would leave the villa at that point. And another conversation, we were like sat on the beanbags, and he just said like, if you cut it with Scott now, then we'll go exclusive. And the next day he went on his date with Ellaby. So that's why sort of when he was saying he was open to get to know her, I was like, well, like you just told me yesterday if I cut it off with Scott, we would be exclusive. So yeah. What surprised you the most about your Love Island experience? The fact I came out single. I literally thought I would definitely be finding my like future husband in there. I fully went in with that belief, like I'd sort of manifested it, and I was like, right, he's gonna be there. And then Mitch was there. When we got on so well, I was like, oh, it came true, like it's perfect. So yeah, then sort of like, especially the fact like when I went in, it was Mitch or Scott. Like I was sort of open to both of them. I was really swayed way more towards Mitch, just because of like the personality, and then obviously actually meeting him when he really liked me, I thought, okay, done deal, like this is perfect. And then Scott still being single, I was like, I'm so shocked that this guy, he's so good looking and is still single. So, and then the fact that like he got to know me as well, and I'm still not with anyone. I went in for two, and both of them wanted me, and then I failed at both. So yeah, that's what's the most shocking thing. I clearly have no game. Was the Grafties as dramatic to experience as it was for us to watch at home? Yeah. Oh my God, the night of the Grafties was crazy. When we actually like got told that we were doing the Grafties, I thought that it was gonna be like we all picked, or like maybe the public had voted for like top 3, and then we would just say like, oh, like, I don't know who farts the most, and then you just pick. But obviously like then when we saw that it was like the screen, they did say roll the tapes, so we kind of assumed that there was gonna be some kind of like movie night vibe to it. But yeah, just the fact that like everything was physically shown to us, I feel like the Grafties was more dramatic than movie night, like more stuff kicked off on that. And there was sort of more like juicy info to see. So yeah, and obviously for me, Mitch and Scott, it was kind of like a lot going on. And it's just like another example where Mitch just like unnecessarily picked at me and Scott again. So yeah, but yeah, it was wild. And I just felt like when it got to the Grafties, I was sort of like over everything. Like I was past the point of being like keeping quiet, and I just thought I'm just gonna speak how I feel. So yeah, I let loose and said whatever came into my brain. Well, movie night wasn't even bad. Yeah. Like Scott, like Scott always does, but do you know what I mean? Like he made like comments and stuff, yeah. But like yeah, like movie night wasn't even that bad. It was the Grafties that kicked off. I was like, apparently that's Grafties are mine. Like apparently they're my thing. I was like, cool. What is your favourite memory from your time on Love Island? So I have said this a few times. It's a bit like a controversial one, but my favourite memory is actually the day that I went on the date with Mitch. Like when we did the paddle boarding, it was so fun. I'm just like, I don't know, really I love activities, so it was just like me to a T. It was perfect. And Mitch actually told me before he went in the villa, he wanted someone like Lucy Dolan and like someone like surfery. So the fact we did that date, he was like, this has just consolidated everything, like it's perfect. So yeah, no, it was a really good day. But if I had to pick like another one, I'd probably say the talent show when Sammy performed, because it was just so funny. Like he literally is just so funny, and his little hop over his leg at the end just had me dying. Like, it was hilarious. What's the response been like since you left the villa? So I'm aware that obviously there's been a lot of like controversial like topics about me, like there's been like headlines and stuff, and maybe a little bit of hate, but honestly the only things that I've like really seen is just like loads of messages of like support, and a lot of people saying that they sort of like resonate with my story, and like they've been through similar things. So I've actually had a really positive response since leaving the villa, and just sort of like surrounding myself with positive people. I feel like since coming out the villa I've brought myself back. Like I came into the villa as this person, and then I was sort of like knocked down, tried to get back up, knocked down again, got back up, and then I got knocked down and I just thought I might just stay down. Like it was like hard to bring myself up because so much was going on, and it was like over and over again. But yeah, since coming out, like sort of being back with my friends and like just positivity, it's sort of brought me back to myself again. Is there a Love Island 2023 WhatsApp group? There is the Love Island 2023 WhatsApp group, and I am in it. So yeah, most of us are in there. There's a couple of islanders that I know actually specifically said didn't want to be in the WhatsApp group. One of those is Mitch. So yeah, but he's not in there. Kind of good for me. But yeah, there is a group. Do you have any regrets from your time in the villa? My time in the villa obviously was like so up and down, like it was such a roller coaster. And when I was actually in there were so many things that I thought like, oh, I really regret doing that. I wish I hadn't done it. But I think like in the long run, the way everything sort of panned out is actually for the best. Like it brought up red flags, like with Mitch, like I don't even know if that would have even worked from the outside. Like the way that he is sort of like, it's not really someone that I would want to be in a relationship with anyway. And then with Scott, I mean, I feel like we weren't really given a fair chance. I think that like everyone sort of was putting so much negativity on our relationship that we were trying to go from being friends and like pulling ourselves out of the friend zone, which is difficult anyway, but to have like all this negativity, it just like made it like impossible. So certain things like maybe like saying, oh, like if I would have like dropped Mitch and gone with Scott, then like me and Scott could have had a connection, or saying like, oh, if I hadn't have like gone to the gym with Scott, I was asked 3 times to go to the gym as well, which then no one saw that. So when I'd said no, then like by time number 3, like I did want to work out while I was in there, so I was like, yeah, all right, go on then. And everything that was seen on screen was literally everything we did. Like it was like 1,000,000,000 degrees in that gym, like you could not do a full workout. But yeah, like I wouldn't say I have any regrets. I think everything happens for a reason, so we are where we are. Did you think Jess and Sammy were going to win? Do you know what? I didn't actually think Jess and Sammy would win. Jess and Sammy have like a really good relationship and they are a really, really strong couple, but I just think because they had like so many arguments, it just like to me, I didn't think that they would win, but I'm just so happy for them. Like, it's incredible. Like, it's just an incredible thing. Like Sammy, I messaged Sammy today and I was like, hey, like look at you, winner of Love Island 2023, like who even are you? Like it's literally crazy. So yeah, no, I'm so happy for them that they won, but yeah, they weren't the couple that I thought were gonna win. Which couple from the series do you think will stay together the longest? So I think the couple that will stay together for the longest, well, I think it will be Ty and Ella. Like, I actually see them just staying together forever. Like, I genuinely think they have, like, a full-on, like, true love story. We were calling them Tyrella. Like, it literally sounds like Cinderella. So, I think there was a point as well where Ty said, like, it's, like, not all relationships are fairy tales, but it's almost like they have got that. So, yeah, I love that for them, and, yeah, I definitely think that they're going to stay together the longest. Who are you most excited to catch up with now the show has ended? I have already caught up with a couple of Islanders because I saw them at the live screening of the final, but from like out of the finalists, because they're the only guys that I've actually met that I haven't seen since, definitely Molly. Like, I'm really excited to see her. Like, we had a really good friendship in the villa, like she was really there for me, so yeah, I'm excited to see her. We've already like said we're gonna have like sleepovers and stuff and like make loads of TikToks, so yeah, buzzing. If you had arrived on day one, who would you have wanted to couple up with? So if I'd have arrived on day one, I would have coupled up with Mitch. So if I got to pick, obviously now probably my answer would be different. Now I probably would have I would say I wanted to couple up with Ty, because like I can see how he is with Ella, but I think it is like that is just for Ella, like they are meant to be. So yeah, like if I was there on day one, it would have been Mitch. Who will you miss living with the most? I'll actually miss living with Lachlan the most, because he literally was like an in-house chef. Like, he would just cook for us all. So in the evening, we'd all like go down, we'd have a little drink, we'd have our chats, like whatever drama would happen. And then Lachlan would go over to the kitchen and he'd just start smashing out the cheese toasties. He'd just be like, there'd be like a production line and he'd be like making one up and then one would be coming out the pan and then you'd have some people sat there like started eating them. Like, he was so great. So yeah, and like, obviously his personality is great as well. Like, he's not just there to be a chef, like I do know, like, but no, he was such a great guy, and like he's really good for advice. Like, you can go to him and he will tell you, he's very similar to Wit, that he will tell you straight, like if something's going on. He'll say, look, like with Scott, I went to him for advice and he was like, no, like I think he does genuinely like you, but he is a slow burn, so you need to like take it a little bit slower. And he lays it out and just speaks so clearly. He's a great guy, so yeah, I'll miss him loads. What advice would you give to someone going into the villa next year? I would advise someone who's going in the villa next year to just prep so much before you go in. Personally, I would say, I have like hair extensions, I would say like wear clip-ins, because you can't get your hair done while you're in there. Same with nails, like it's all press on nails. Like, everyone we'd all got gels done and all the girls' nails were like growing out and it was like horrendous. So yeah, I would just say like prep and like stock up on like a load of eyelashes, a load of like hair, a load of nails, like whatever it is that you want to take in with you. I would 100% to do that. Like, if I was going in again, that would be like my plan of action.
You almost like not practice, but you're like, okay, like I need to actually lay out what I'm gonna need and like.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, like take so much stuff, because I genuinely didn't think I'd be in there as long as I was. So I didn't have like nearly enough stuff. Like, I was ending up borrowing it, and we do get obviously we're like Love Island is partnered with Boots, so we did get some stuff from Boots come in, but as soon as that stuff comes, all the girls like go tearing in and running in, like it's like grabbing, like who wants. So I would like go for the lashes every single time. I'd be like, I need them, like I actually need the eyelashes. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more Love Island secrets.